Hello and welcome to the August edition of Community Connect, brought to you by the Marshall Area Chamber of Commerce. This week's guest is Marc Klaith. Marc sits on the committee of the Sounds of Summer event. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Rod.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
And we did not call each other this morning to match, just so you guys know. All right, so let's talk about a few things that are going on in July that happened that are now behind us. This summer is just flying by like all summers do. 4th of July started off, of course, with the July 4th celebration at Independence Park, and what a show they put on. 20 minutes straight of fabulous fireworks, and thanks to everybody that put that together, and of course the amazing sponsors that helped put that together as well. The farmers market kicked off that same weekend, the following weekend, and it has been a really good turnout, a lot of good vendors, a lot of good traffic so far. I finally made it this past weekend for the first time, but Marc, you've been down there a few times. Yeah.
The product is unbelievable. All that fresh produce and a lot of vendors.
Yeah, the fun thing about the farmers market, what you see in July is not what you're going to see in October. So I love how it kind of changes over time and evolves from sweet corn right now to some of the pumpkins that you'll see here in a few months. And thanks to everybody that puts a lot of time and effort, because they are down there and they're sweating right now, but they'll be freezing come October, that's for sure. The Pride and the Tiger Foundation tournament was in July, and of course they always have a great turnout. This tournament goes to support students in public and private schools, and once again had a very good turnout thanks to the board and Krista for putting on a good show out there. Crazy Days was a huge success. Of course, this is one of our chamber events downtown, but it is citywide, and thanks to Desiree and Maddie from our team and all the many volunteers. Lots of kids downtown. I know the Kitty Parade just brought in like 300 people. Of course, if you have 300 kids, that means there's going to be a whole lot of parents.
A lot of parents.
Yeah, and that's why we won downtown. The fire department had the candy drop, so some of your former colleagues were down there doing that. Good show overall. Beautiful weather. This is one of the nicest Crazy Days for weather. It's about 82 degrees, small low breeze. Thanks to everybody for coming out, and it was a huge success. Speaking of golf tournaments, the Knights of Columbus had their inaugural golf tournament on the 27th. 15 teams for their first go-around, which can be seen as a success for the Knights of Columbus. Last Tuesday, the Chamber hosted the State of Agriculture event. This was, once again, a great event. Each year, there seems to be a different theme in agriculture. Of course, last year, it was even drier than it was this year, so that was the theme. Lots of different other themes this year. Of course, that leads into Farm Fest, which is going on right now in the city of Redwood Falls. So let's get to our guest. Again, Marc Klaith, a very familiar face in the area, former fire chief, but has always been very, very involved with Sounds of Summer. In fact, I think your son Brock is also on the committee, right?
He is. He's actually the president.
Oh, so, yeah. Good for him. So obviously this year is a bigger deal for Sounds of Summer than most years. Tell us why, and what are the highlights that people can expect?
Well, it is a special year this year. We're celebrating the City of Marshall's 150th anniversary. So we incorporated that into the Sounds of Summer this year. We'll be having events Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We'll be having a band on Thursday night, Sweet Siren, very popular group. There's a little surprise going to happen down there. We've actually got Quentin Brunsvold and Quinn Horvath are going to open for them for a little hour show. So if you want to come down and see the local talent, Quentin and Quinn will both be down there.
The Singing Q's.
The Singing Q's. So yes, so that'll be Thursday night, and then Friday we're actually having a birthday party for the City of Marshall. It starts at 5 o'clock. Jet Skrine will be performing, the illusionist. National illusionist.
Yeah.
Show out in Las Vegas, I believe.
Yeah.
They'll have ice cream, carriage rides, kitty. We've got all kinds of things going on down there from about 5 till 10. Inflatables, just a lot going on. And then Saturday, of course, is the big day. We have the parade, farmers market. There's just an immense amount of stuff going on Saturday. We'll also have a band again Saturday night. And we'll be having fireworks this year, celebrating the city's 150th at about 10 o'clock. So, and we'll be lighting those fireworks off downtown. So this is kind of a unique year for us. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Of course, fireworks is one of the many new things you're going to see on the schedule this year, and that's going to be in the Schwanzlot kitty corner, or kind of where that big vacant space is across from Carol's Cleaners. So it'll be a really nice thing that people can look forward to. What else is new on the schedule? And the news, you can see the schedule on the screen right now, but here it is too.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, Brad, but if you've gone down Highway 23, there's an M.
Oh, yes.
So that's an addition to the arts for Marshall. It's celebrating the City of Marshall's 150th. That's actually an art piece. There's going to be a mosaic tile on there. So you'll see that. That'll be unveiled during Sounds of Summer weekend too. So because we've had people ask us what that is. Well, that's, if you've gone into other communities, they always got their trademarks. So that's our trademark. And what a beautiful park to put that in and showcase that.
It is. It is. So if you drive by Highway 23, you'll see it right across from like Independent Lumber, right by the baseball fields there. It's beautiful, and I can't wait to see the progress on this. Last year's concerts, a lot of the big things were held in the alleyway behind like the Gambler. Where are we going this year?
We are actually going back. It's the Ralco lot. It was previously the Schwann's lot. So we're going back to where we originally were. That just gives us a little more room, a little easier access, and we're still having things downtown. It's very important for us to have the downtown.
Yeah, I mean, just think about that Saturday. If you've ever been to Sounds of Summer, I mean, you're looking at the car show, you're looking at just a bevy of things that we can look forward to downtown. Of course, there's always a bunch of food down there. There's going to be hot dogs, ice cream, you know it, you name it. But one of the things that a lot of people look forward to is also on Saturday afternoon. That's the parade. So the parade is, 4 or 5 o'clock this year? And Grand Marshal, let's talk about the timing and the Grand Marshals this year.
So this year's unique again, too. We've got 2 Grand Marshals. Paul Schwann will be one of our Grand Marshals from Schwann's. And then Dennis and Ardell Reed from Runnings.
Yeah.
Runnings, as you know, is celebrating their 75th anniversary this year. So we're kind of showcasing them. And I believe it's Schwann's 70th anniversary of being in Marshall. So we have a lot of businesses that have been here a long time.
Yep, so the parade starts at 4. A lot of things afterwards. We've got the River Duck race. We have, there's actually going to be a dance performance right after the parade. Lots of things to go on, to see. Of course, the Saturday night, as we mentioned earlier, is going to be the big concerts, but almost at the same time, it's going to be those really fun, the fireworks as well downtown.
And the other thing we want to showcase is I believe we're having 7 different food trucks down there this year. So we've added a few things to that. So you'll have a variety of food. The Marshall Fire Department, I got to kick they're having their normal hamburger feed. I got to throw that in there. You know, I got to take care of the boys. So again, we want people to come down and just enjoy. Brad made a comment. The summer's going by fast. This is probably going to be everybody's going to get back into school. This is probably going to be the final.
Yeah. This is one. So we partnered with Marshall Radio on reasons to stay in Marshall. This is like the last hurrah before Labor Day, and then of course then we can look forward to Hop Fest, which is another reason, by the way, to stick around town. But the topic at hand is Sounds of Summer. It is a big deal. This is the 150th. It's a good reason to stay in the city of Marshall. Events like this, Marc, as you know, working with nonprofits as long as you have, can't happen without sponsors. Who are some of these sponsors, and who can we thank today?
You know, I'd like to thank all of the community itself for supporting this. You know, we've got some major sponsors, the Marshall Independent, Marshall Radio, Visit Marshall, the City of Marshall, Runnings, Schwann's, Home Service, Schwann's itself, the Mattress Barn, U.S. Bank, Ralco, Greenwood Nursery. If you go to the Marshall Sounds of Summer website, you'll see all of our sponsors on there. There will be a big banner on the stage this year showcasing our sponsors, but without those corporate sponsors, and we wouldn't be able to have this. And we're still maintaining that family-free fun event, and that's due to these corporate sponsors.
Of course, Marc is one of many volunteers on this board that Son Brock chairs. Who are some of these other committee members that can also thank?
We've got Russ Labatt on there, Terry Jones, Lisa Van Wickle, Brendan. There's just, you know, and then this year we actually had the 150th committee too. So we've got to. I got to thank the 150th committee too, because without all that help, this wouldn't be a successful weekend in itself.
Of course, I'm going to back up a little bit. Thursday night, of course, we had the fashion show down. I think it's going to be at the big mercantile space behind the former Bill of Gacino. There's the Relay for Life is also on Thursday night, and
That's out at Independence Park.
Independence Park. So this poster we're looking at, I know that's been shown on the screen, can be found at marshallsoundsofsummer.com. There's also a Facebook page. Visit marshallmn.com. Also has the schedule of events. Don't leave town. This is a good weekend to be in town. There's actually a couple of things going on in August that we'll touch on, but this is a good one, and I'm very excited for the city of Marshall. Marc, any closing comments?
No, again, come on down the 18th through the 21st. There's going to be something for everyone. I just want to. It's all family orientated, so we're excited. It's kind of neat that we're celebrating the city of Marshall's 150th anniversary too. So
it is, and thanks to Marc and the team. There is we got a couple staff from our chamber office, of course, the visit team. A lot of them on this 150th committee. This from the city of Marshall. You name it. It takes a lot of volunteers to put this kind of event together. So let's talk about some of the other things in August. Of course, tonight, so we're recording today is Tuesday the 2nd. Tonight is National Night Out. Very fun event. Of course, it's steamy hot today. If this comes out, if this is shown before tonight's event, please come out. Those are a lot of volunteers. They're going to be out there too, so come on out for a fun time. The Lyon County Fair, speaking of massive events, I've seen more and more fun things on the Lyon County Fair schedule than I have in a long, long time. Of course, the things you can count on are the rodeo, the demolition derby, lots of concerts, including foreplay and a few others. But there's going to be a steak fry on that Wednesday night. There's going to be a circus act at least 2 or 3 times every single day. Barrel race, baton performance, bingo on that Sunday. Of course, the Holy Redeemer Finger Stand will be out there, plus much, much more. There is a lot of things going on. Of course, there's the Midway. I didn't even touched on. Roly Bully is going to be out there. Roly Bully is worth the price of admission, which is free as well. Full schedule can be found at lyoncountyfairmn.com, or you can look at the visit page at visitmarshallmn.com. Skipping a little ahead to a little bit later in the month, Chamber's got a few events that I want to make you aware of. We have a speaker series event with Marshall native Rob Hiller. This would be the Hiller family. I believe his brother's name is Scott Hiller. He's going to be in town Tuesday, August 23rd, and he'll be speaking on becoming the leader you are meant to be. He wanted to give back to the Marshall community. He's going to be in town August 23rd, so come with your team. Registration can be found on the Chamber website. And then finally, August 31st, we are having an open house at our newish office. We moved in on November 1st last year, and we are excited to showcase our space. August 31st, we are located at 317 West Main Street, right across from Main State Cafe. If you haven't been there, we would love to see you. Stop on in between 11 and 1 and see our location, 317 West Main Street on August 31st. All these events can be found on our website. Our website is marshallmn.org. Or you can look at the visit website at visitmarshallmn.com. So super busy month of August, and I can't wait to see all the things come into place. So again, Marc, thanks for being our guest.
Thank you, Brad.
And we'll see you again in September.